Today, I am taking you through the process of writing the perfect cover letter for a job application. And to help me do that, I will be using the ultimate cover letter guide, 101 sample cover letters for all professions. Remember, you can be able to get this guide 100% for free. So let's get started. When we are going through this guide, the first thing that we need to be able to define is what is a cover letter. And I like just to highlight the description here. Okay, what is a cover letter? A cover letter is a formal letter you send alongside your CV. Now, the purpose of the cover letter is to elaborate the information that is already contained in your CV. It is not a duplication of your CV, because you will see the CV and the cover letter, they have two different functions. Now, unlike your CV, a cover letter lets you introduce yourself to the employer or the hiring manager. Remember, you don't get a chance to introduce yourself when you are writing the CV. You just go straight into the content. And secondly, the cover letter provides the context of your achievement and your qualifications and explains your motivation for joining that company. So you can see quite a unique task that the cover letter is supposed to do. Once you understand that we're not replicating the information that you have already put on the CV, we are just trying to, first of all, capture the attention of the hiring manager by informing them, now, this is us, I am this person, these are my achievements, these are my qualifications, and that is how these align to this position that I am applying for. We will go step by step and we will see example of cover letters, and you will see how they are very much applicable in your case. So let's move on and check this when we talk about a cover letter. I like this part here. I would go through everything, but I want to say that, but you cannot just write a cover letter. Yeah, it has to be that perfect cover letter. So how do you write a perfect cover letter? That the kind that will make the employer call you right away in the middle of the night. The moment they read it, they are like, I can't wait until tomorrow. That's what I'm about to show you right here. So we have different categories of a cover letter. You can be able to go through all this content that I put out there. But for now, I want to show you the format. This is how the format of a formal cover letter that it should have. Now, the first bit here, as you can see, is where you put your contact details as the person who is applying. And we later on see there's a difference between a cover letter that you send maybe as a document, or you have to attach it to a portal, or the one that you have to print it out and send it out as a physical document. It's a bit different as to how you will also do a cover letter when it comes by sending that application through email. So tomorrow I will be going live. Let me just pause and say tomorrow I'll be going again live, teaching you how do you send a job application by email, and it's a continue. It will be a series, part of this YouTube video series, how to apply for a job. So today we are looking at a cover letter. We'll look about how you send it, and then we'll also look at how do you write a professional CV. So not to worry. Then below that, you put in the contact details of the employer. Immediately it should be followed by the salutation, and remember here you can say dear sir, dear madam, dear miss, and you can leave it blank if you don't have the name of the contact person. But yeah, it's important for you, you can just say dear hiring manager, or anyone, or any other example that seems to be fit, rather than just leaving it blank without anybody's name. Then the reference of that application is the position you are applying for. So application for the position of accounts, business development, IT technician, you name it. So let's get to the first bit of your cover letter. Yeah, like the body of your cover letter. Now, the body of your cover letter lets the employer know the position number one you're applying for, why the employer should select you for an interview, and it should have a call to action. At the end of it, after they read it, what is the call to action? What do you want them to do? And you can achieve this in these three simple I know this will interfere now with the live broadcast because I am using my phone. Okay, how was it? I need to put it out there. So are we together so far? Are you finding value? I would want to know from you are okay. And if you have any questions in regard to cover letter, let me know. I am sorry, I think I was not bringing this on the full screen, but now you can see everything. Now we are looking at the first paragraph of your cover letter. Now, the first paragraph of your letter should include information as to why you're writing, mention the position that you are applying for, and where you found the job listing. Include the name of a mutual contact if you have any. So if there's someone who referred you, it will be good to bring that issue at this point. Then we go to the second paragraph or the middle paragraph. Now, this is where the main weight of the letter would be. Yeah? Let me try and zoom in. Hopefully, if you're using a mobile phone now, you can be able to see much better. Now, the next section of your cover letter should describe what you have to offer to the employer. It should come out very clearly. You should mention specifically how your qualifications match to the job that you're applying for. And remember, you are interpreting your CV, not repeating your CV. That's a key thing that you need to know. That the cover letter is meant to, like, it's a supporting document. You're trying to give some hints as to what is in the CV, and you're interpreting and you're showing, having worked here, having gotten this experience, how does that again makes me the best perfect the best candidate for this position. So you get it. Once you do that, you can even list down your achievement in some quick three bullet points, and voila. Now we go to the last part of the letter. And here in this letter, what are you supposed to do? Conclude your letter by thanking the employer for the consideration for that job, and include a call to action. What do you want them to do? Check CV attached. I'm looking forward to being invited for an interview. You should have an action, call to action. And then, of course, you can finish it up, regards, and you can sign. If it is a handwritten, say you need to sign it, or if you're sending it by email, electronic signatures are here to stay. Now that is what you use. Now, down here, I want to go through these very quick tips on how to write a cover letter. And then after that, I am open to answer any questions that you might have in regards to writing a cover letter. This is one of the hot topics that I get when it comes to writing cover letters. So feel free to drop in the chat any questions that you might be having in the chat. I can see Abbas is here. Welcome very much. Alois, Alois saying hi. Thank you. Sawar again. Ashish, you very much welcome. James is here. Great job. I appreciate that. Now, Taisas, James, thank you. Now, if you have any question, feel free to drop that in the chat. First thing I want to mention, when you're writing your cover letter, it should be brief, not longer than 3 to 4 pages. Paragraphs. Sorry, not pages. 3 to 4 paragraphs, and that means it should fit at least in one page, right? Number two, you should be concise and as targeted as possible to the position of which you're applying for. Now, it's not just a random application. You're just not saying everything and anything about you. You should be able to narrow it down to specifically the position you're applying for and how you fit into that. Devote a section for your achievement. Focus on what you have accomplished and achieved as opposed to what you do on a daily basis. It also applies to a CV, but this one should be very, very strongly emphasized on a cover letter. It's not a matter of what you do. It's not your responsibilities. It's not the day-to-day things that you do that really matters. It is what you have accomplished, what makes you different from any other person who is in that position. You should be able to bring it straight right out in your cover letter. Number four, focus on the most relevant parts of your background that relate to the job. It is not, again, an opportunity or a chance for you to just type in all the jobs that you have done, all the experiences, or everywhere, or all the courses that you have done, and everything. No, not that way. Yeah, specifically focus on what makes sense for the position, and that's why I say a cover letter is a highly customized application letter for a specific job. It's not just one fit all kind of scenario. Every application, every position that has been advertised and you're trying to apply for it should have very specific you should write a specific cover letter for that, right? Next, I will also say always customize your cover letter to the job opening to which you are applying, especially if you are applying for more than one job. I think I've already mentioned that. I didn't know it is. Yeah, I think it is just part of what I teach. Yeah, so it has come out again. Especially when you're applying several jobs, always customize. Avoid the cliches. Yeah, this is a big one. Yeah, avoid the cliches and highlight what makes you the best match for the position. Remember, the person who is receiving this cover letter has received thousands and thousands of them. Yeah, do not just use the same old cliches, same statements. Be focused. And finally, I want you to address that cover letter to that specific job needs. Yeah, it's not an open random, very specific to that job. Now I want to, okay, I've done another video on how to write the perfect cover letter. I take you step by step. You can still watch it, less than 8 minutes. This is a live broadcast. I want to go through what I cannot go through 101 sample cover letters, but I want to know, people, the audience, which profession are you in and what cover letter would you like me to help you write a cover letter in which field? So I'll pick 2 or 3, give you a random, and as we also read some of the cover letters that we have, and then we can call it a day. I share covering letter as a test case. Okay, as a test case, is that a position? Maybe I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, but I can do that. I will share how share a copy of a CV, how to share CV, copy of CV for review. Thank you. Actually, this now leads me to the next thing here. As you post that, you can download this ultimate cover letter guide, which will help you be able to prepare your own cover letter. And if you want to submit your CV for a free review, just download it. Go here. Let me put this in the chat. This is a free resource that you can take advantage of. And yes, all this, get the free CV review, and also you can get the ultimate cover letter. Bill Soko, I've gotten it. Yeah, I'll actually demonstrate for you live here how you write a cover letter for a field officer, agricultural field officer. We'll do it live here, so you are in good hands. Thank you for that. Get these free resources. I have put that link in the chat, and what will that will do will take you to this place. Go after this. You can submit your CV for free review. You can also download here a copy of this ultimate cover letter guide. So what we are focusing on as an agricultural officer, we just need to have a clear understanding what is the role of an agricultural officer. Then we go ahead and see how we write a good cover letter. So allow me to search here agriculture, only if I can spell culture field officer. So I will just need to get a job description of an agricultural field officer. Let me just add here and say job description. Here we go. So job description, this is a company hiring. It might be an existing one. Yeah, it's even for January, but you can see as a field officer, apply if you wish. These are the requirements. You have done that, and then I'm looking for the job responsibilities somewhere for this one. Okay, limit. Okay, I don't seem to get what a candidate must mention the qualification. Blah blah. This. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. Okay, let me look for another one. Agricultural officer. Now, this is an agricultural officer, not necessarily field officer. Uh, Boom, 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 boom. What is the role of an agriculture? Okay, this one seemed to be a challenge, yeah. Let me do this, yeah, because I really want to serve you. Let me use Google. I think Google might have better results than Bing. Job description. Yeah, here we go. Already, this is a job here for an agricultural officer. Yes, so the position is for Kenya Livestock Producers Association. Task: supervise recruitment, onboarding, and geotargeting of farmers. Supervise and coordinate input distribution. Blah blah blah. Then requirement: you need to have a degree or a diploma in agricultural education or extension services. Knowledge: it is excellent communication skills. Okay, good. At least I have a general idea of this company and the kind of person they will be doing. So the job they will be doing. So coming back to this ultimate cover letter guide, if I was to focus on the first paragraph, whereby I would want to introduce myself, saying the position that I want to apply for, I would say something like this. Okay, I will need to close most of this so that I don't get confused. So I'll say, I am applying for the position of agricultural officer in your company, Kenya Livestock Producers Association, having seen the job advertised at Career Point Kenya website. I believe that I am the perfect candidate for that position, having met the criteria that have been described in the job. So you finish the first paragraph. So when you go to the second paragraph now, where you are really narrowing down to what you're able to do, you can say, um, number one, I meet the job requirements as I have a degree or I have a diploma in agricultural services. I have over 3 relevant work experience, years of experience, having worked as an agricultural uh, officer previously with company ABCD. And some of the key achievements were that then you can mention. I am in a position to be able to supervise, recruit, and geotarget farmers across different digital platform. I am able to manage end-to-end farmers engagement from season to season. And even in my previous employment, I was recognized for being able to prepare very timely and accurate weekly, monthly, and on demand reports on the activities that I'm able to do. So, what you see right there is that I have used the job description to come up with my cover letter, because this cover letter should be customized to the job description. And the main purpose is to have the person who reads that job description feel like, yeah, this person is actually coming in to do exactly what we want them to do, and they are qualified for it. So you have introduced yourself and you have shown that you're the best candidate. Bill Soko, was that helpful? Did you get something out of it? Let me know in the chat. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot seem to see any other question. I can see a gentleman saying, good, I appreciate that. Bill, I hope you are able to get some value out of that. It was impromptu, yes, but the point is to show you that you just need the job description to understand what that job role will be and what you'll be doing. And voila, you make a good cover letter. Again, make sure you take advantage of this free resource. Submit your CV for free review. Download that ultimate cover letter guide, read it through, go through the samples that are there, and get the value that you need. Yes, thank you. I can see, Bill, you're saying it was helpful. Again, I've dropped that link in the chat. Make sure you check it out. Otherwise, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you joining me here. If there's one person who wants me to try their field, let me know in the chat. Yeah, just let me know which cover letter you'd want us to go through. And by the way, I think, Bill, if you're still there, let me check here. There must be a cover letter for an agricultural officer, because yeah, here is a sample cover letter for an accountant. This is an actuarialist, administrator. There's one for an agricultural officer. So keep checking this, download it. The Ultimate Cover Letter Guide, 100% free. Let me drop that link again in the chat. And yes, we'll call it a day.